A warm good morning to each and everyone. On behalf of Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, myself Arna Pelina Rao, Director, Research and Development Cell. Uh, we have gathered here for motivate to encourage our beloved student, Jyotiranjan Gudia. He will be speaking on topic continuity and changes of traditional political system of Didayi tribes in Odisha, a case study of Malkangiri district. On this outset, I would like to welcome you all, especially Dean, Professor Emeritus, Supervisor, Co-Supervisor, RSC members, research scholars, faculty members, and all here present over here. This is my kind request you all that this presentation should be interactive. You can ask your any questions to Jyotiranjan Gudia so that he can present his pre-submission thesis as well as he can contribute your feedback in his final thesis. So thank you so much for this precious time and all the best and congratulations to Jyotiranjan Gudia, Ratnakar sir and Tushar sir and all the faculty member of political science. Thank you so much.
Good morning everybody. This sultry day. Actually, I am Tusarkant Pattnaik. I am faculty in political science. Today all the congregate here to hear the presentation of pre-submission of Jyotiranjan Gudia. Also my respected Dual sir, myself, Governor sir, our respected faculties and dear students. I just want to fix few words of Jyoti actually. We pass some jitter movements, don't feel jittery. Jyoti is a dear student of mine, prodigiously talented. Once 2 years back, he comes to me and events inquisitiveness. So I have to do Ph.D. in this topic because this is my strong point. Sorry, actually, how can you tackle it? It's very onerous, big tax for you. A lot of work has been done in cultural and social fields. No work has been done in political fields. So give me a challenge, so I'll do it. Okay? I'm very happy to do it. You'll very happy to know that everybody, he has been instigated and praised by A.B. Hota, from director of SCST, and 2 of the former MLS, MLS in Congress. In Vidhan Sabha, they have appreciated his works. They are waiting inquisitively when you accomplish the works. So I am very happy. This this presentation is comprised of 6 chapters. Work. And then he has taken 3 blocks. Sorry, and as well as it includes 370 samples.
Yeah.
Also, it includes 100 review of literature. That is amazing. So I wish you all the best. Everybody should inquisitively hear his presentation and give us solutions. Thank you all. Okay. Question.
Good morning, sir and ma'am, respected director ma'am, respected dean sir, respected HOD ma'am, and respected all professor of emeritus, and respected all my RSC members, Professor Jugal sir and Dr. Rajkumar Kosla sir, and my guide Dr. Ratnakar Mohapatra sir and Tusar sir. Under the supervision of my 2 guides, I have drafted my Ph.D. thesis on topic continuity and changes of traditional political system of Didayi tribe in Odisha, a case study of Malkangiri district. I have taken 3 years for complete this research. Then now I am going to present my thesis in front of you. So in my thesis I have taken 6 chapters, that are the first chapter is introduction, second chapter is demographic profile of Didayis of Malkangiri, third chapter is socio-cultural life of Didayis of Malkangiri district, fourth chapter is continuity and changes of traditional political system of Didayi. Fifth is data analysis, and last sixth is conclusion. In these 6 chapters, I have divided and I also put it many things regarding the traditional political system of the Didayi tribe. So now I am going to the first chapter, that is introduction. In introductions, I have put it here the 1.1, that is background. You know, the India is a country where the different type of people living here, and we feel unity in diversity, and sometimes we also feel Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the world is one family. In this way, I have also put it here the tribal population of the India, that is according to 2011 census, the tribal population of India has 8.8%.
Look, this is your content, and the content.
I think you should start from your chapter.
You see, in the content, the first one is introduction,
Yes.
and there are soft points under introduction. One is background, second is the concept of tribe, third is the tribes of India, then the tribes of Odisha, profile of the Malkangiri district, overview of the study blocks, villages covered in the study, identity of the Didayi tribe, mythological origin of the Didayi tribe, importance of the Indian tribal polity of Diyadis of Malkangiri. So up to this, you have described. Okay, fine. Okay, you have done. Then the second, which is challenging one, and we should most important, problems of the study. What is the problems of the study?
Let him ask question. Then we can ask. Then you will direct. Let him present. No. Let him present. No. Let him present first. Then we will discuss.
Problems and
No.
alternative.
Let him. He will derail now. He is a young boy. He will derail. Let him allow him to
Your
present.
suggestion will be incorporated.
Let him first present, because he will derail now. He is a young boy. You present first. Then we will discuss after all. Present.
It will take
No. Let him speak. Let him
Accept your
speak. ପିଲା ଲୋକ ନା ସେ ଘାବରେଇ ଯିବ ଆମେ ଅସନ୍ତୁ ସେ ପିଲା
we
ଲୋକ
knew that he is
Ah.
making this and all.
ସେ
We accept it.
leave it. Let him first present. Then we will discuss. First present.
You can see it.
Skip.
You can see it.
Let him present.
Thank you, sir.
Sit down. Let him present. Carry on.
So according to
No, skip it. We know it. These are
Yes, sir.
general things.
then I have
You tell what
put it
you
here
have
about
to
the
know.
concept of the tribe,
Then
and then
skip it. We know all this. These are
then I have put it from the top to bottom. So in India, Odisha,
okay.
and
Skip it. We know. What is your study? We are keen to know. Chalo, importance of this study.
so this was my study blocks. In my in Malkangiri district, there are 7 blocks. Out of the 7 blocks, I have taken 3 blocks, that are the Koiriput, Korkonda and Chitrakonda, because in this particular blocks the Didayi tribe are living there, so that I have taken this block. Then there are 39 villages of Didayi tribe in Malkangiri district. Out of the 39 villages, there are the Odisha government has identified 37 villages are Didayi settlement village. So in 37 villages, I have taken 12 villages for the study 12 villages for the study villages. That are I have mentioned. I also put it here.
How did you select 12 villages? What is the background?
Sir, the
Out of
Didayi
37, you
What is
select 12.
common among these villages?
What is common among?
Sir, why I choose the 4 villages in the each
12
regions?
villages. Why
Because
12 villages?
because their geographical region are divided in 4 categories. 3 categories.
Okay.
That are the plain,
That's good.
hill and cutoff.
Very good. Chalo. We understand now.
So I have put it here about the identity, how we will identify the Didayi tribe, that I have mentioned here. And during my field study, I found 2 types of origin. They have the mythological origin of the Didayi tribe, that I have put it very shortly in, but in my thesis I have mentioned very elaborately.
Chalo. ठीक है.
So these are my problems. I have put it here only 4 problems. the lack of the comprehensive historical documentation on traditional political system of the Didayi tribe forced challenges in understanding its evolution. Second, rapid socio-economic changes and modernization threaten the preservation of traditional political structure of the Didayi tribe. Then third, the external political interventions and policies often undermine the autonomy of traditional governance practices of the Didayi tribe. Then last is, there is a gap in the assessing the effectiveness of cultural preservation initiative and community engagement in sustaining the traditional political system of the Didayi tribe amidst contemporary influences.
Number one, for your information,
Yes, sir.
that possible things that you will face. First, you wrote the lack of comprehensive historical documentation on the traditional political system.
Yes.
Whether it is correct, is there any traditional political system? It is not my concern.
Yes.
Your experts, reviewer, and all that, when you appear interview, this
Yes.
question will be put. You see, this is for, therefore I said you begin from here, you will get enough.
But as good as conclusions.
Use it traditional
After the study, these
political
are the
system.
conclusions you can say.
You have to present
Yes.
as
How
a
can
problem.
You can.
So you can simply change
You
it
see,
and say,
Sir knows, you see, he knows well when the concept of political system came.
Right.
We say normally social councils or village councils that you say here.
Yes.
They used to perform every type of a functions including adjudication. ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଟ୍ରାଡିସନାଲ ପଲିଟିକାଲ ସିଷ୍ଟମ କ'ଣ ଅଲଗା ସିଷ୍ଟମ ଟୁ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ କି?
Different.
କ'ଣ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ?
study ଦେଖେଇବ ଆଉ।
ନାଇଁ କ'ଣ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ? ଏଇଟା theoretically you must be very clear. Because that will be a point where you will succumb.
ଏଇଟା କାହିଁ ଦେଲ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ସୋଲ ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ କାହିଁ ଦେଲ ତମେ?
ଏଇଟା
study ସେଇଟା କରୁଛ ନା, that is the focus of your study.
You see,
the continuity and change. Then you say these are the problem. What is the necessity of making a study?
in fact, if you just remove the word traditional and say political system, then your problem is resolved.
Yes.
Okay.
So
sir.
now what you are saying is that there are institutions which address these problems or perform certain functions.
Institution would be right concept because
Exactly.
there is no traditional
Yes,
political
yes.
Yeah.
system.
Something like
Yeah.
that. So these are
Because
small issues,
traditional
but
institution
make a
is-
note
Because you
of
will
it.
face
How
this
can you say
question
generally
everywhere.
the lack of comprehension?
Where
That
will
you can make. but
Because
lack-
you can say that only after a review of literature. So these are technical issues. You know,
Rewrite again. Rewrite those
The
things.
political aspect is
Reframe?
a sub aspect.
Reframe it and
reframe it. It's fine.
You see, the political
Kind of
aspect
a sweeping
is a
agent.
sub
These are all
aspect
sweeping,
of the totality of
ମାନେ you say lack of comprehension historical documents ତାହେଲେ ତମେ document କୋଉଠୁ collect କଲ ତାହେଲେ?
କେବେଠାରୁ ଆଣିଲୁ ଆସିଲା କେବେଠାରୁ?
କେବେଠୁ period କ'ଣ? ତମେ you can say that there is inadequate ହେଇପାରେ କି ତାରି ହେଇପାରେ inadequate study ହେଇପାରେ ତାରି ଉପରେ ନା କି? Total lack କହିଦେଲେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ conclusion
Towards the real meat of the problem.
it change it ଏଇ ପାର୍ଟଟା ଟିକେ ଆଉ ଥରେ ଦେଖିବେ ଗାଇଡ୍ ମାନେ ହେଲା ଏଇ ପାର୍ଟ next ଚାଲ
এটা acknowledgements କରିଦେ
ହଁ।
ମୋର କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଅଛି ମୁଁ
ଚलो next
Then
what is
review.
your objectives
Sir, ଆଗକୁ ଅଛି sir. Next.
ଚलो ରିଭ୍ୟୁ କରିଛ ଠିକ ଅଛି
Sir, ଏଇଟା କହିବି ଟିକେ.
ଠିକ ଅଛି ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛୁ ଏଟା କଥା
ଠିକ ଅଛି, ତୁମେ review କରିଛ।
ଏଇଟା ତମେ ଦେଖିଛ ଆଉ ଚଲ
ଏଇଟା
ଠିକ
ତୁମର
ଆମେ ତା ଦେହରେ ଗାଇଡ୍ ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି ସିନିୟର ପିପଲ ଆମେ ଆଉ ତା ଦେହରେ ବେଶୀ ଯାଉ
These are the examples of
ସେଠି ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ,
ଚଲ
example
ଚଲ
ନାହିଁ।
ଚଲ ଆକୁ ତମେ ସ୍କିପ୍ କର ଆମର
research gap.
ସେଇ କଥା କହୁଛି ତୁମକୁ ମୂଳୁ
ଏଇ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ଗ୍ୟାପ୍ ଆଣିଲ ପୁଣି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ସଟା କାହିଁ ଦେଲ ଆଉ
ଦେଖ ସେଠି
This is the
ସିଷ୍ଟମେଟାଇଜ
same
କର
point.
research gap.
ହଁ ଇଏ ଗୋଟେ ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା ତୁମେ ତାକୁ
I think research gap,
ହଁ ଏଇଠି ଆଣିଦେବ ତାକୁ ଆଉ ଦିଟା
problem by
ଅଲଗା
research gap looks like the same matter.
ହଁ ସେମିତି
ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ ଆଜ୍ଞା ସେଥିରେ ବହୁତ ଟିକେ ଆଚ୍ଛା ମୁଁ
ନାଇଁ ତାର ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହବ
ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ସେ ଛୋଟିଆ କରେକ୍ସନ ତତେ କହୁଛି
ସେଇଟା
ଏ ଛୋଟିଆ କରେକ୍ସନ ଟା
Sir, next କୁ ଯିବି.
acknowledgements କରି yes ଟେ ଦେବେ acknowledgements
ଇଂଲିଶଟା ଦେଖିବେ କିନ୍ତୁ ମୋର କଥା ହଉଛି ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ଗ୍ୟାପ୍ ଆଉ
ନା, ନା।
ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଦିଟା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ ଗୋଟେ
ସେଇଟା-
ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ଗ୍ୟାପ୍ ଲେଖିଲା ମାନେ ଆରଟାକୁ ତମେ ଡିଲିଟ୍ କରିଦେଇ ପାରିବ କୋଉଟା
ତୁମେ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ସବୁ
Rather you can- ହଁ
ବାବା ତୁମ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଅଫ ଷ୍ଟଡିଜ ଆଗଟା ଦେଖିଥିଲୁ ଚାଲିଗଲା ପରା
ସେଇ-
ଲ୍ୟାକ୍ ଅଫ ଦିସ୍
ଏଇ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ଗ୍ୟାପ୍ ଦେଖୁ ଆରଟା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ କିଛି
ସେ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଦେଖିଥା ଗଲା
Why you repeat it? These are same.
research gap
Social
अच्छा
science.
research
Both
gap
same. You show research gap for the problem.
research gap देखेल
Research gap is enough. Research gap is enough.
Problem
research
cut
gap
karo.
देखा से वो problem था
That problem दरकार नहीं. That is only repetition. No, that will give confusion. That will give confusion to the
ସେଟା
external.
title ଟା ସେଇଆ
हाँ?
confusion करता title ଟା पड़ा ସେଇଆ
ନା problem ରହିଛି ଯେ ତମ problem କୁ analyze କରୁଛ ଦେଖିବ କାହିଁକି? These are repetitions.
फिर से correction
हम मुझ से करते हैं problem टा cut करा वो तो discussion है problem टा cut करो you keep it research gap cut the problem the same thing चलो next the same thing almost
These are my objectives, sir. I have taken 5 objectives in my thesis. The first objective, to analyze the historical development and current structure of the traditional political leadership of the Didayi tribe in Malkangiri district. Second is to identify and examine the key factors contributing to the changes in the traditional political system of Didayi tribe. And third is to assess the impact of contemporary political influences and external interventions on the traditional governance practices of the Didayi tribe. Then fourth is to evaluate the effort and strategy for cultural preservation and community engagement in sustaining the traditional political system of Didayi tribe amidst modern influences. And last is to explore the role of intergenerational dynamics and youth participation in continuity and transformation of traditional political system of Didayi tribe.
बाबूरे के माइंड दिया
हाँ
सिंपली बाबूरे ମୁଁ ଫେସ୍ କରିଛି ଜଣେ ବଙ୍ଗାଳୀ
intergenerational करते माने तमर शरीर लिखु
ଦେବି ନେଇ ଗୁଡାକ
intergenerational ଏଠି ଲେଖି ଦଉଛ
ତୁମେ ଲେଖିଲ ତୁମେ ସିଧା ଲେଖିଲ ଯେମିତି ପଢିଲା ତୁମେ କମ୍ପେୟାର କରୁଛ PRI ସାଙ୍ଗରେ
ହଁ
ପଞ୍ଚାୟତ ରାଜ ଇନଷ୍ଟିଟ୍ୟୁସନ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଆଗ କମ୍ପେୟାର କଲେ ଜାଣିବ ନା ଆଉ
ତମର पेशा एक्ट जो ହେଲା पेशा एक्ट स्टडी ର इंपैक्ट टा कोन पडिला
ये सिस्टम एंड द कंटेम्पररी
Yes.
PRI system
Yes.
do both go together if not in different what are the changes
पेशा एक्ट रहला ना
between the two
But
ସେଇଟା ହେଲେ ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଇମ୍ପାକ୍ଟ ବି ଷ୍ଟଡି କରିପାରିବେ
କିନ୍ତୁ जो इंटरजेनरेशन ଟା ଲେଖିଲ ତାକୁ ତମେ कोन ଦେଖି ତମେ
Yeah, that is the point.
ତମେ ବାଇ ହେଇ ଯୋଇ ତଳଟା କାଟ
Yes.
इंटरजेनरेशनल डायनामिक्स आर यू
Please give him time to explain these
Yes,
things.
yes.
Please give him time.
हां ओके चलो ना एटा खाली पॉइंट करो सो दैट हमें पछुको हमें या विद अछि ना नहीं देखिबा
No, another important.
चलो
When you
Just
write
a
your
minute.
objective, उसको थोड़ा explain.
हां
What is
मैडम से
intergenerational?
नीचे जानते यू मस्ट नो ही ना जब ये एक्सप्लेन न करे तो डिलीट करिया पड़िबो ना
आपको तो पता है ना
हाँ,
कि आपने
उनको पता
किया
है
है
ना।
इसको।
हाँ।
हाँ।
बाबा
Sir, another important point is gender is missing. I mean, I'm not finding that is very important in the part of.
देखिए जनी जेंडर स्टडी से भीतर न करतो काहे तक ऐड करियो
କାହିଁକି ନା this is not for you today but
no.
all are saying
Because it
after
is-
this yes
चलो
is not a
से
completion.
कौन करगी कामड़ा देखियो से हम फाइन करू
Sir,
These are my research questions, sir.
चलो हाँ
Then the scope of the study, these are. So research will explore the historical evolution of traditional political system of Didayi tribe, documenting changes over time and identifying factors contributing to these changes. The study will analyze the current structure and function of Didayi tribe's political system, focusing on interactions between the traditional practice and modern influences. The researcher will assess the impact of socio-economic development, education, and external political intervention on traditional governance practices of the Didayi tribe. And last one is the study will investigate and efforts and strategy for cultural preservation and community engagement aimed at sustaining the traditional political system of Didayi.
देखियो ताबरे हमें ऑब्जेक्टिव देखियो कौन सा
And these are the methodology. I have used mixed method approach, that is qualitative as well quantitative. And during this writing of the methodology, I use primary methodology involved in ethnographic field study, focusing on participant observation and in-depth interview with the community elders and leaders, and that are the Naik, Chalan, Pujari and Disari.
चलो नेक्स्ट
Then out of the under the 10,000 populations, I have collected 370 sample size under the sample size determination method. Then I have collected some quantitative data, which the quantitative data has given qualitative finding that I have mentioned here, and I have here put it source of the data collection.
Skip kar please.
Then in chapter 2, I have mentions about the demographic profile of the Didayi tribe.
Skip it.
Then I have mentioned there the different type of the age distributions, gender distributions, population growth rate.
Gender type.
तो analysis कौन करते देखता है gender से
Sir,
when
when
demography
yes, sir, when I go through about the gender distribution and literacy rate, all the things, at that time I found in between the 1971 to 81, at that time their population, literacy rate, gender distribution also decreased. You can see here, there, and
next.
then sir, chapter 3, this is I have put it here about the social life.
Concluding paragraph नहीं.
Sir,
You can get
sir,
someone particular chapter. What concluding है क्या हमें जानी चाहिए ना. That's not gonna. What you understand नहीं. Every chapter is concluding paragraph. हाँ, that's enough.
sir, he has to take it.
Question ठीक है. चलो next. नहीं वो देखे ना. You put right is satisfied.
नहीं अच्छी सर गोटा ना पेज
We have to suggest only, not to find fault.
Then sir, I have put it here about their celebrations, and especially I put it here Unturiya Chong, and
Next.
then their marriage system. I have put it here 8 type of marriage system, but I am showing here only 2.
Political system focus चलो. Political system उनके
Then
focus.
this is the cultural life of Didayi tribe.
This is profile है.
Yes, and sir,
चलो cultural profile है. हमारा main जो study है इधर.
then religious life. This is the main chapter of
This
me.
is the chapter.
You have to take your time.
अरे why don't you? This is the chapters का name. But this is the I think this is the theme का paper ना. हाँ तो जो तुम्हारा PhD theme का this is the subject. Why you write in this chapter the same thing? You change it.
ये मेरा एक ही suggestion है ज्योति. You have worked hard,
हाँ.
but your work is focused only in 2 chapters.
हाँ. Main chapter that is
You
the
have wasted 3 chapters in profiling the community.
okay. But this chapter is but
Sir,
why
sir, why I covered,
no,
sir?
the heading you should change it.
Sir.
But this is the main your article that is the thesis का subject है ना.
सर only political
Sir.
system over the tribe चलेगा.
Sir, because, sir, why I choose,
You
sir?
made an analysis ना.
Analysis आप परोटा अच्छे.
Yeah, product. Italy का कौन है? Continued changes studies on political system of the tribe study, colon study,
तले
or analysis.
हाँ
ऊपर तक काटी दबा.
Don't like continued changes the
Make it general.
general करो. Political system of the tribe, colon, an analysis or study or description.
Risk free है political
It is only
practice.
description. You have described only.
An
not
analysis, sir.
No, a description or study or description.
No, he may, sir, he may. I mean,
Analysis, nothing analysis.
no. It is not analysis. He may discuss about the traditional governance system
No, that is description.
and the modern
A description.
governance system. How?
No, he has not analyzed it. He has described the facts only. Analyze next chapter में है. This
Sir,
is only a description.
Sir, he has shown the both traditional and
Okay, you have described.
and modern modern
You
Panchayat
have
system.
collected some materials and put it here. That is not analysis, na?
ठीक है, let him.
Continued changes of traditional caught it.
ठीक है.
So that is there. You caught it. Only political.
Sir, political system
of the tribe.
जिधर
That's
tribe.
enough.
ठीक है.
Traditional and modern. You can write that.
नहीं, आप एक political systems of the Didayi tribe, political practices करके
हाँ.
you can.
You can write it. But caught it continued and change. Don't keep it. Okay.
ये only system and practices.
Really, all I said
No, only
political
practices.
practices of the Didayi tribe आप लिखेंगे,
हाँ.
so then it becomes general. Then you can show both continuity and
And change. No, there you can say traditional and modern.
So आपका फिर nobody will ask you whether you've shown continuity or whether you've shown.
No, the continue. The political system of that tribe, traditional and modern.
I think whatever, something colon.
colon, traditional and modern.
शुरू करो.
चलो ऊपर continue change cut it.
This we should do 1 year ago.
हाँ चलो ठीक है चलो next.
Sir, I have put it here about their clan system.
Okay.
दूसरा सर
they did not see it. They are also seeing it for the first time. No problem.
चलो
Sir, I put it here about their clan system because the clans also appears to control the political system of the tribal Didayi tribe. So I put it here. I also mentioned about
traditional.
Traditional and one study.
and sir, I put it here. The Naik, Chalan, Pujari, and Disari are the main. Yes, that I have.
Asked a question. Can you just go back to the previous slide?
Yes.
There are these 5 clans, right?
Yes.
How are these 5 clans distinguished? What is special about one clan and what is not there in another clan? Just curiosity. In the clan system, yeah, fine. So there are different clans of Didayi tribes.
Yes, sir.
How is one clan separate from another
Have you
clan?
described about the different tribe clans?
Tiger, cobra.
Have you any discussion about the 5 clans?
These, so,
Sir, sir,
do they worship these? How are they distinct?
I think
These are the names, na?
Yes, sir.
Here mentioned कि नीचे work. Thesis.
अच्छा ठीक है माने सार जा क्वेश्चन तो
हाँ, ठीक है।
ये 5 clans are
Just
different
curious.
types of delineate करो okay
I understand
चलो
the point.
next you want to note down those points ठीक है
And,
for clarity चलो
I have put it here role of the Naik, Chalan, Pujari, and Disari because
yes,
they are the
yes. Okay, yes.
because they are the leader of the tribal political system of Didayi community. And community participation and consensus I have also put it here. So, shall I go?
Next.
And influence of religious leaders because Pujari and Disari are the special religious leader of the Didayi tribe, and they always with the people of the Didayi community and the especially Pujari you will act as the village priest, and Disari is the healer or medicine man.
चलो next.
Then I have put it here traditional law and justice.
Traditional modern.
Then changes in traditional political organizations because of in Didayi community they have also enjoying traditional political system as well as the modern political system, and in this way what are the changes has been showing till now that I have mentioned. Then I have compared with the traditional political system and modern political system, and what are the changes in between traditional and modern that I have mentioned in this point. Then sir, data analysis I have collected.
Another chapter na?
Yes sir, chapter 5th.
Manoj.
Sir, I have collected 43
जी नौकर सिंह करते हो.
variables. Out of the 43 I have put it here only 15 variables that I have mentioned here, and you can see here whatever all the data has primary data collected by me. You can see here the gender wise the respondents of the Didayi tribe. You can see here the females participant 15% and male participant 85%. In this way their education level also I have mentioned, and their occupational distribution, historical structure and traditional leadership, how much they are aware about the traditional political system that I have mentioned.
Here, this 86% and 14% almost clearly overlaps with men-woman divide. How does it figure out how many of these 86% are women? I'm just asking.
Do you have any other analysis?
Any other variable here?
Variable here.
This is a total based on total. So out
Yes,
of 370 of your respondents, 86% know about traditional system, right?
Yes, sir.
But how many of those 86% are women? You can consider using.
You
Then
can
that will-
note down.
that will
Note down
address-
is possible.
That will address
Yes.
Rajkumar sir's question.
Gender, no, they have given a gender distribution.
You have the data.
You have the data.
You have the
Okay.
data.
Yes.
Next.
Huh.
Next.
You have the data, don't worry.
Then key factors contributing to changes in traditional political system that I have mentioned here. perception of changes in traditional political system of community, and the pie chart 5.6, that is perception of internal and external factors influence changes in Didayi tribe traditional political system, and the graph 5.4, that factors contributing to changes in traditional political system that I have mentioned in below.
Next.
Then what are the impact of external influences, sir, that I have mentioned, and so 5.1.1, that cultural preservation and community engagement also I have mentioned here.
What do you want to show in this graph and data?
Ma'am, in 5.1.4, awareness political policies, awareness of policies which is impacting in traditional political system that I have mentioned.
So it's a very general data. That's the problem.
They
So-
are aware of that policies, but how it is impacting per the
Because
system?
what you are doing here is, I'll tell you. Sorry to stop. What has happened in fourth chapter is you are arguing that state policies and education has
Yes.
minimized or reduced the role of Disharis, Pujaris, Nayak
Chala.
and Messenger in the enforcement of governance practices. And some people among the Didais don't like this. Therefore, the young men and women of the community want that older system to survive, but they are somehow trying to maintain a balance. But there is a clear sense of reduction in the power, authority, and respect in the function and honor and operation of these four players who upheld the traditional political system. This is good. My only problem is you should, when you go carry out field study, you should actually document this by taking up case studies, by talking to people which policy, like ma'am's question,
Yes.
when you say awareness of government policies impacting traditional political system, which policies of the government caused what kind of impact in a story? You must have heard these stories. Okay, at some point the government made this policy. Somebody came from outside and decided that this policy must be implemented in particular manner, right?
Yes.
So that the Didai or the Pujari did not have any influence in changing the pattern of implementation. Earlier, they are the ones who decided how to declare holidays, or when to start cultivation, or when to hold a puja, something like that, right? They were the authority, isn't it?
Yes.
So you have to document that
No,
change.
brother, I want let him first finish, because
He finished,
how
okay.
he said continuity change. What are continuing? What are the changes? If you get that idea, then it will clear. There, the continuity
But
change
you only
means
there-
some of the old practices and traditional institutions are not working. So what are they definitely
How?
should know how. So let's complete. Then we can
नहीं, I think-
नहीं अभी ना वो तो डाटा चलो फिनिश करो कंक्लूजन में आएगा हाँ
Then these are the traditional political system, the frequency of participations in traditional meeting and gathering among the Didayi tribe,
ठीक है
and sir, perception of the traditional political systems effectiveness in resolving the community conflict.
चलो
Then changes in political system, sir, that I have mentioned, and current structure and functioning.
Let
Which
me go back to the previous slide. Changes in traditional leadership over time.
हाँ बसा बसा
सर ଏଇଟା ଅଛି ସାର୍
नहीं ଗୋଟେ ତାଙ୍କର ପଲିଟିକାଲ ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟେସନ ଗୋଟେ ଚାଲିଛି ତ
ସାର୍ ପସନ୍ଦ
ବସ ବସ ତ ଓପନ ଭାଇ ଭାଇ ବସ
बिस्कुट मिलेगा
Sir, namaskar, sir.
ने सर कर दिया
मेरे अच्छे दीजिए भैया
हाँ चलो
Sir, I will give.
Continue. Sir, namaskar, sir.
I told
Then-
yeah, that's what I said. He had finished.
Sir, I have put it here major findings in.
No, you
in
have
this-
written resilience of traditional governance. Is it operating governance system or the system some people are accepting? You are saying they are aware of. Aware is working to different things. Now they have the new Panchayat Raj system. Pesach is there.
ये हो जाएगा ना, you finish. I think you have, he has more to say.
चलो next.
नेक्स्ट पे
मेजर फाइंडिंग लिखा है ना?
जी सर. Sir, then these are my conclusions. I have put it here just about their point.
So these are the subjects of conclusion in
Yes.
the thesis he has written on this.
Yes.
So वो बोलो थोड़ा. But anyways, this is the structure. Like for example, when you have
Yes.
community strategies to preserve traditional governance practices, what are the community strategies? You have written something in this.
Yes, yes, sir.
So what are the strategies community is taking to preserve
This
traditional?
is the emergence of a hybrid political system. Both
Ah,
systems
ah,
are working.
Ah,
He is writing hybrid.
that is
Yes, sir.
his own conclusion. That is correct.
In, then,
What are
sir,
the actually be definite? What are the old system and how it is working then? Suppose they have to take one decision. Suppose one.
Instead of structure,
No,
why
no.
don't you?
For my understanding, suppose industry they want to have one industry in the area.
Ah,
So what is the now the Gram Sabha is to take the decision and all.
exactly. Exactly.
How the old system is working?
Exactly. My
Exactly.
point is that
Ah.
previously it was done by Nayak and
Yes.
Pujaris and
Yeah.
they were male.
Yes.
When it converted or come to village level
Right.
politics, then females' participation should be there.
Yeah, right.
So what are
Is that causing
हाँ,
any change?
ma'am,
Is there any
in
changes?
traditional political system, the female are not participating. In the modern political system, they are participating, ma'am.
So in your respondent and I think sir has mentioned that question ki how many females out of 318 it was the 86%, है ना? So how many female out of that percent? It was the general. ना?
Female, ma'am, 86. That is.
86 was total. It was not mentioned whether female
Ma'am,
and male. Go to
शायद
the previous slide.
No, when
Madam,
you write
वो ma'am
continuity and change.
female नहीं ma'am.
Continuity means some of the traditional system are working also.
हाँ,
Tell me the areas where they are working.
yes, yes. Very good. हाँ.
Tell me, make me clear, what are the traditional political systems which are working now? Let me be clear about that.
Which
I
is-
know the Pesach, I know the Panchayat Raj system,
Take
these are
one
working.
case, like one policy.
You tell me one policy where
One
the traditional
Panchayati Raj
work.
institution takes a policy
Yes.
in a panchayat, and then how does that
Traditional.
play out?
हाँ.
हाँ. How does that
How the traditional one is working.
ये case study थोड़ा जरूरी है.
हाँ, 1 to 3, 4, 5 case studies करने से अच्छा रहेगा.
See,
You
when you are
understand this
saying,
one. You are the continuity and
when you are
change you are
saying that
writing.
the role of pujari and the dishari is reducing, so give an example of a case
Yes.
where it is reducing. That's it. So that I
Even
think,
it is continue. People are accepting also.
and in some cases they are important because they're senior people, wise people, they are widely respected.
No, again it is legitimate also.
Ha, they're
It is legitimate.
And
It has
your-
legitimacy.
and he's-
Not because that they are senior.
his argument is that the traditional political structure of disharis, pujari, and nayak and the messenger is useful particularly for solving disputes, conflict resolution. I think that ground is quite strong in the traditional
That they
community.
have to show.
So
What
you have to show.
So,
The
And which areas? In
which areas? I want to know
this
which area, actually
continuity
which
and
area
changes have been
traditional
done.
leadership
Huh?
is
Yes.
working.
Yes.
You have to delineate the areas where the traditional political system is working. Or
Because-
the leaders are working in spite of the modern institutions. They are not in conflict as you say, but there may be change. People are accepting modern system. But areas where the traditional system people still are accepting and it is legitimate.
Yes. Yes.
It is legitimate. Legitimacy is very important. Or if it violates the rules and laws, then government will not accept it. Na? It should be legitimate also.
So,
Which are the areas you have to focus that area?
You tell
Huh?
first 4 5
Where
cases you tell
change
where.
happens,
Cases
in
to
which
one.
side?
4 5 cases you
See,
tell me where
in
the traditional system is
marriage
working.
system, it was same. I think the same in pujaris and all, and pesa system. But other part of area, you have to mention ki
Yes.
which areas they have still continuing
Continue
and
or-
changes.
Yes.
ठीक है?
Thank you.
4-5 areas, you just take it down, you will improve upon it. We are suggesting because external may question these things. No?
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me which are the traditional system which are legitimate and people
No,
are
because
accepting.
the
Because topic
argument
is like
clear,
that,
na? The
continuity and
argument
change.
is
So you know, Tushar, international politics is a continued change is a common term you have used it. Continued change, we believe in peaceful service. It is still there.
Sir, he has to mention the traditional political system working there.
No, that is different.
Prevalent.
We know external system is working there. The external system for change. But still then
In some places it is
no, how
prevalent.
the traditional, where the traditional system is working. Tell me 2 areas where it is working.
4 to 5 areas. you have to
Tell
mention.
me. Now, some case study you
See,
give.
that is why you could have, instead of profiling,
Uh-huh.
you can build case studies.
Case
It's like-
studies. Yes. You adopt another case study method, 4-5 cases where the traditional system is
You
legitimate
discuss in
and people
detail.
are accepting. That would be more apt rather.
This is
Because the
something
theme
like
is like that. Continuity
One
and
of the
change.
major spaces is, for example,
You understand?
because politics is play of power, right? One
Yes.
of the major case studies is wedding, marriage, for
Yes,
instance.
yes.
So tribal marriages may have its own customs and ceremonies, right? Now, after the coming of divorce and marriage certificates, how did that influence marriage?
No, even
Something like that.
No, even remember during COVID time.
Yes.
They were not taking, they are not prepared to take that.
Yes, you can actually
Yes.
include the question of vaccination.
Vaccination,
That's
they
a
were
brilliant,
opposed to, vehemently
it's a
opposed to
brilliant,
that.
brilliant
Yeah.
case.
You can take it.
What happened during COVID? Who gave you advice
When the
about
modern
vaccination?
law, COVID they made mandatory.
So
people
it's a
can prepare to
wonderful
accept
case.
it. You can take a case study.
Then, did the pujari and the
Yes.
nishari lead the community,
Yes.
or did they follow the rule of the state?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you should 3-4-5
These
case
are-
studies you can. Suppose there is industry is coming. They too
Ah.
want to have the industry. Whether the Gram Sabha is taking decision
Yes.
or the traditional structure they are dominating. So 4-5 cases you must give
These
it.
are-
Because
these are
you
real.
if you have topic is different, we have nothing to comment. But topic continuity and change.
And
So what is the
political
component
practice.
system? So what is the continuity and what is the change? You should make it clear.
And also, you can do something on elections. Elections ke
Yes,
time.
election time.
Who
Yes, that is electoral
influences the
process.
community? How do they vote? How
Yes.
do their voting choices differ?
Yes.
Or carried out?
And you can say what the traditional leaders, they are influencing voting
Yes.
system or they are ostracized.
Exactly.
You can show.
These
Pujaris and others,
see, these are
they have a big
simple
role.
questions which you can chase instead
You
of
Ratnakar Babu, you understand? Election time, whether they are impartial or the traditional leaders, they influence the politics.
do the leaders
Yes,
or
sir.
candidates
Yes.
negotiate with the traditional leaders in the community, or do they negotiate directly with the voters?
In politics,
Is that-
because when you come to PRI system, what is politics today? The linkage politics. MP 13 lakhs. No MP can contact anybody. So linkage politics means those who are there, the traditional leaders and others, they will catch hold
So
them.
who are the
So
political
are
leaders
they
in the
playing a
village?
key role?
Are they the children of
Yes.
the night?
Yes, linkage politics.
Yes. Or are
Are
they
they
new
part of
people?
the linkage politics or not? You can go linkage politics. Because when you go politics, linkage politics. So one area is political
And there
area,
are very
another is
famous-
this COVID time, another is the industrial development. Now there hue and cry against industry.
No, even sir, in 2014, in Malkangiri district, we conducted a study that few villages, they have boycotted the general election.
Yes, that's a good
Exactly.
example.
That is the
I
sort
will
of
give you my article, it is there.
No, that you can
And
take.
how
if-
these traditional institutions are influencing
are
the
influencing
government.
the choices of the voters.
That is what.
That is election. So one case study should be on election, another on COVID, another industrialization. These are the migration, how they have migration issue.
How is migration influencing traditional politics?
Yes, migration is the issues that you have to take. But it is everything is fine. But this heading is continued and change. It creates problem. You right? Did I try a study? That would have been different.
Sir, he will delete the political changes.
Only one few case studies are.
Two word will delete.
Okay, or else very good. These are all suggestions only. Any suggestion?
Few suggestion I would like to give
Jyoti?
this thing, Jyoti. Better to, I think, few readings is required, I think. if it is possible. One is written by Yogendra Singh. He was a sociologist. Modernization of Indian tradition. That book will help for your
Yes,
thesis and all.
Old book you should.
It's old. Another one is Rajni Kothari's book, that politics in India. It
But
is
let him
also
not get into this.
that
He
is-
can't understand
no,
everything.
later on,
That is so
later on.
tough.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the books, not there. You give him just some trial context. Don't give him all these books. These are theory books. He will get into it and go mad. You
And,
can understand Rajani Kothari's
yes,
book,
yes.
can't understand.
And 2 points I just want to make here for your thesis and all. One is that Sir is rightly pointing out, because it is a tradition is continuing and change.
Yes.
So in the traditional institutions are influencing the governance system
Yes.
to get their rights. You can say get their space to
Yes.
exercise their power and all, because the traditional institutions at the village level are the power center to work out the development
Linkage
activities
politics,
and-
linkage
that
politics.
is-
Linkage politics.
So in that cases, the traditional practices are still there. But whether there is some changes are taking place or not, take for instance, that inclusivity of traditional political governance system or not. Take for example, whether the male folks are still maintaining the status quo or
Right.
female are getting
Right.
Yes.
getting inside that.
So I can cite
structure
three
of-
examples you can give, three case studies you can give. One is that Raji Rajkumar
Second,
said, if they are boycotting, you can give a case study.
Yes.
That in area they boycott the exemption because of the influence of the
Yes.
local leaders, traditional leaders. One case study.
Yes.
Second, if they are boycotting in the industry, you will cry in that area. You can say industrialization of that area and how the traditional people they have been motivated these people
That's
and industry
in
said.
Malkangiri. Another very important concern will be the politics of extremism and the response of.
No, that will
It is there,
to
it is
other
there,
areas.
it
That
is
is,
there.
that is no. I
And,
can 3-4 cases. One migration part, another COVID vaccination, how
That
they are
is
opposing.
external.
Third, their election, how they are boycotting. Fourth is how industry they are opposing. 4 cases if you can take, it is a solid study because you have to make it very clear. What is the continuity?
That is.
What is the continuity there?
Topic name is also case study.
Huh?
Topic name is also a case study.
Continuity and change, na?
No, that column has given and it was written as a case study. So they
No,
have
case
to
study
put
is a
the
method
case
that will
study.
come in the analysis part. Case study. Okay, everything is then fine.
And one more point I just wanted to, we are, in MA and presently also we are reading that political socialization and all. That whether the traditional institutions are able to, make other people of that community to politically socialize or not. Take for instance, a tribal woman will become a head of the panchayat, but not able to exercise her power.
These are important issues.
So in that cases, whether the traditional institutions are able to, teach them how to exercise their power, or that tribal woman is under the influence of.
No, they are talking
the
about
body.
they are talking about system. They are
Yes.
not only individual. So
That is-
they
That's
are
a
talking
big
of
way
they are
to-
talking of traditional systems. We are talking of traditional system. That socialization is different thing. In India, general they in Panchayat Raj when there are women reservation, they say women they have lost their voice. Whatever that their husbands are telling. That is all the time. That was a debate. That's a different story altogether. But we are talking of the systems.
Yeah, I mean, even
Yes,
here,
that 4-5 case study would be enough. I think.
Free from continuity and free from changes.
Yes, that
He can
3
give,
ಅದೇ ಇದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ
Make it very clear continuity and changes.
Yes, sir.
One thing,
Because-
excuse me.
ಸರ್ ಸರ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಹುಡುಗರು
Hello, precisely you tell what are the findings and what is the conclusion. Precisely, tell what are your findings and what are the conclusions.
Sir,
In short.
okay, sir. Sir, what I have seen during my field study and what I have go through some books and whatever may be the review of literature, very less work has done on the traditional political system of Didayi tribe. But whatever I have observed in that particular tribe, till their traditional political system is running, and some those are educated people. They are trying to. There also some people are obeying their traditional system, and some are disliking like this.
Now there he should make it clear that the case study will make that the continuity of the traditional method. That will say in spite of the modern systems, these are the traditional methods which have influenced also. That will make it from his case studies
Even
only.
though there are external
Yes.
influences, state and so on, these four players continue to play an important role in
That
the
traditional
life of the
political
community.
system.
This is the
After
broad-
the 4-5
but
case studies,
how?
it will be clear. You are rightly said. No?
How do you-
Now he can't draw any conclusion. Continuity and change, nice theme is.
More you would doubt love.
But that has
Add the
to
case study.
No, they have to reorient that thing. But in
that
continuity,
point
what
has
is
to be
change?
shown. The point that you're making, that these four major players in the politics of the community, notwithstanding new rules and politics, continue to play a major role.
Yes.
But give stories.
That case study. And you find today what happened in Nepal. Nepal, that is changeover from monarchy to republic, 2008. Again, you find young people there on street in support of the monarchy again. Traditional system. So it is happening. The youngsters, they are showing interest for traditional system. So give some case studies. Give some case studies.
So also the voice of the youth as to what are
Yes.
the youths actually saying.
That's some, you write it. Some, if you're interviewing some youth.
From female's point of view,
Yes.
youth point of view, male point of view.
What they are saying, because you have interviewed now, what they are
You
saying.
spoke to these people, na?
हाँ.
एक मिनट मुझे बताओ,
Focus-
आप उनसे बात किए हो or did you carry out surveys? Or
There might be focus group discussions, I think.
Mixed,
If you
mixed
spoke-
method. Yeah.
Focus group discussion. You had focus group discussion.
Yes.
Then you just you narrate that thing. You narrate that thing. Case study mein. Youth leader, what is his opinion? Or the gender in women, what is her opinion? You delineate it. That is a fantastic case. It's a very good study.
Yeah.
But he has done extremely well. But little bit for clarity, continue to change. Everything is fine.
And
Yes,
also
that
give a
very-
reference of the field study and all.
Structured and
That
all.
is also
Very
important.
structured. It's good. A good work he has done, but a little bit clarity for clarity. These are suggestions, not to find fault, because you are our senior guides. Okay,
Jyoti,
Sorry,
Jyoti, sir.
do you agree?
जति से जो फिल्ड स्टडी करी टेबल बनेज तार रिफरेंसिंग करिवो सोर्स ऑफ
Jyoti खाइदे बस
डाटा
बड़ा खाइदे बस बढ़िया करछ Jyoti has done a very good work. We are very happy. Let's give a clap. Very good work. We are very satisfied. And only for suggestion, because so he will not be embarrassed by an external.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And in the process, we will be embarrassed also. That is our suggestions only, and guides we are very thankful. The guides are very senior and seasoned guides, and I think they have done extremely well. But little bit suggestion from our side, we hope we will agree to it.
Be organized.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Enjoy.
Don't worry, don't worry.
कॉलेज की तरफ से कुछ क्वेश्चन है?
Yes.
But take sooner it is better. Don't buy time. What is the target? केबे तुम final दबो? 1 month, within 1 month.
Next 2 months.
1 month, within 1 month, 15 days is better. No 2 months. What you will do?
So maximum 1.5.
1.5 crores. You-
A month.
1 month. Within 1 month, he has to give the
Hey,
final.
madam, our provision 1 month or 2 months maximum?
2 months.
2 months.
Maximum,
Within 2 months,
maximum
na?
2 months. Minimum 1 month.
Let him not.
Within 2 months.
Professor
General
Ratnakar ji.
university में 3 months.
Professor Ratnakar
State
ji.
university में 3 months.
Suno. Let him not. Professor, let him not suffer more, please. Please, you finish his work. Sit down. Thank you. चलो
Relax.
Animal sir.
हाँ,
ପିଲାମାନେ କିଏ କ'ଣ ପଚାରିବ କି ଆର୍ ୟୁ ଅଲ୍ ହାପି ତୁମମାନେ ଖୁସି ତ
नहीं फिलहाल को पॉलिटिक्स फिलहाल
अच्छा, इस ट्राइब के कोई है? इस कम्युनिटी? आपका तो क्वेश्चन होना चाहिए.
ହଁ
अच्छा पूछो
ओके.
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି ଠିକ୍
Good
ଅଛି
bodies.
आपको नाम बोलो
କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ନାହିଁ ଯେ ତୁମେ ଖାଇବା ଏନ୍ଜୟ କର ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ
राम
कौन ना कहि दियो
Childhood bodies.
रामचंद्र
ହଁ?
कौन पचारा
Sir, Dean is happy.
नहीं नहीं ये पचरा मुझे लिखी ना तुम पचरा ठो जते स्टैंड अप छिड़ा
Hey, brother, yesterday I was with so, I was in
As
Bengal.
all mentioned about female participation in political systems, like you need to go through there and how they are participating. And sir mentioned there are 86% of Didayi people they are participating, tribal people participating in political system. But in that in 1886, how many members from female and male, and that should be you have to take as a percentage.
Yes, I have in my survey, 15% female are participated in that.
Okay, you have already mentioned.
Yes.
In your thesis. Then okay, it's okay.
No, there's a difference. I think there's a confusion happening. 15% of your respondents are women and 18% are men. That is correct. No problem. But there is another question where you say that how many people are aware of political processes and how many people are not aware of political processes. There also you say 84% are I think aware and 14% are not aware or something. My question was how many of these 18% are women? So these are two separate questions.
Okay, okay, sit down. Take care of it. Any vote of thanks? Ratnakar, you give vote of thanks?
नहीं मैडम
Madam, okay, give a vote of thanks. Let's not.
All are hungry mood.
बीसी सारे रेस्टोरेंट
You, thank God we are not in angry mood.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody.
रजिस्टर ऑफिस विषय पे
Thank you to everyone present here and give their valuable suggestions. Jyoti, please don't take it otherwise. You just take it, it's a suggestion and you just adopt all these suggestions and incorporate on in your PhD thesis. It is a very good work and congratulate to you. Jyoti.
Thank you, ma'am. For the good work he has done.
Yes. And thank you for Tusar sir, who is the guide of Jyotiranjan Gudia.
From the
And
architect.
Ratnakar sir.
Dr. Ratnakar Mohapatra sir.
They are two in one.
Co-guide I think. Yes, if I'm not wrong. Co-guide. So Dr. Ratnakar Mohapatra sir and RSC members, Professor Jyotiranjan Mishra and Dr. Rajkumar Khosla sir.
I am the misguide.
And thank you all for research director and dean and professor emeritus Professor Brahmananda Satpathy sir, who is not present here, and all the faculty members, Mara sir, madam, and Nabin sir, and all the PhD scholars, those who are PCP school as well as other schools also. And thank you one and all present here and give his valuable suggestions to Jyoti, and I think Jyoti will take all these suggestions and input, and in his thesis submission, the final submission, he will do done very well. And thank you once again to all of you for your valuable time and your suggestions.
Okay. Thank you, Gita madam.